Hello guys, welcome back to David's R&R, where today we will be looking at and hopefully fixing this 60s, 70s Clinton engine. And a little fun fact, these engines, all of them were actually made right here in Iowa, where I live, which is pretty cool. So I've already got the pull cover off because I know that we have a spark problem. Whenever I first got it, it popped off, it caught fire, and then it didn't run again. So I think we got some problems with maybe some melted wires, maybe our coil's bad. I don't know. But we'll see. Just gotta get underneath this flywheel and check the points and such. So let's get started. Alright guys, so let's get started by popping this flywheel off. A little trick I use is I will actually take a screwdriver carefully. If it does not want to budge, do not do this. You'll break these fins off if it doesn't want to budge. But you can take a screwdriver, put it in between the fans of your flywheel, and then get your wrench on here and pop that sucker loose. So you can do that. A little trick I learned. I've been doing this for a while. So a little trick I learned to getting your flywheel off. And off comes the flywheel, and not the flywheel, the guard, and the flywheel nut. Set that aside. And then I've also got a trick for this too. And that trick is take that same screwdriver you used before, put it underneath your flywheel, and give the top a good smack. And then move around a little bit. I think that's the lucky one right there. I think she's loose now. So now you can lift up on your flywheel. It should be loose. You can take your flywheel out, and don't forget your flywheel key. And there we are. We're right there. That's points of condensers. Points of condenser. So here what we're going to do is we're going to take off this points cover first, and we have some stuff on here. We have a cool Clinton badge. We like that on here. Like I said, it's really cool for me because all these engines were made right here in Iowa, where I've grown up my whole life. I don't know much about Clinton. I haven't done a lot of research on their business. I know that Briggs & Stratton filed a lawsuit against them, which is why they ended up stopping making engines. But if you guys know more about it, comment down below. Let me know. I want to hear from you guys. If you have any questions, anything, comment down below, please. So let's go. Let's take this off here. Ooh, a little gasket. And there we are. We have our points here. So let's take our screwdriver here. Get you a little clip. I probably have already posted it. Maybe by the time you see this, I'm thinking about actually going to make a cool little short out of this. Maybe I'll post it. Maybe I won't. But there's your points, opening and closing. I don't know if you guys can see that on the camera. But there's your points. I'm going to file those points, and then I'm going to redo a melted wire on the back side that you can't see. That there was a fire on this side where the carburetor was, and it burned this wire. I'm going to redo this one, and this one I'm going to tape up because it needs that. So, yep, let's get into it. Alright, I got me here some sandpaper. I'm going to open up the points, stick the corner of this sandpaper in, and file those points. I know people will probably tell me that I should be using a points file, but honestly, a points file most of the time won't do a better. It'll do the same thing that this does, really. So it doesn't really make that much of a difference. See how far I get on this tonight. I might have to come back in the morning and finish this video for you guys. It's kind of late right now. I just got out of school. So, I am filing a little bit. That off. You don't want to take off a ton. You just want to get the corrosion that's on those points off. That's the whole point. That's the whole point, is just for your sandpaper to get in there and remove that corrosion. That's the whole point of doing this. So let's get a paper in there, get on the points, and file away. If I can just drag my paper through there a few more times. You guys might be able to see the filings. There's some filings in there. Bet you those are making good contact now. They weren't before. Let me see if I can get some brake clean there. Blow that stuff out. There we go. Blow that crap out of there. So there's your points. Let's take this wire, feed this wire up through there, and we'll feed this wire through the top of the flywheel. Take off that stuff. Yep, even their wires were orange. Undo the tape. I put this tape on trying to fix this thing when I first got it, but I'm gonna have to redo all of it. Anyway, so let's feed this wire up to the top. I'm gonna have to undo a bolt right here that this attaches to, I think. Yeah. I believe I can access it from this side, maybe. Or maybe I'll take these off. I'll just take these off. It's very interesting how this thing works. Clinton was smart. They copied a lot of Briggs' designs. And that's part of the reason why they went out of business, but they had really good designs, and this was a unique design. I don't see any Briggs' that have this kind of kill switch that's on the carburetor over here, like this. Alright, let's do that. Let's get this off. And it's actually like, let's remove these copper pieces. The copper piece from the bottom and the bolt from the top. I'm going to get all this crap out of my way, put it on the bench. One thing you don't want is a lot of crap in your work area, because if it'll actually screw you up in the end. You'll end up knocking it off, losing it, you'll be cussing, and you'll never find it again. So, keep yourself organized. Keep your parts out of your work area if you can. I should probably move this, and this, and this out of my way. So, move all that crap out of my way. Now we can go up and feed this wire through the top, or at least attempt to. There's a lot of tape everywhere on this thing. I'm going to replace this wire. This wire is not going to stay. It's too far gone. I shouldn't be trying to save this wire. So, I believe it's to the point where it's part of the electricity is coming out of the wire, because if there's just no conductance to it, because of it's all charred and burned. Same thing with this other wire. This wire is good on the back, the ones that you guys can see right now. This wire is good, but this wire is good. This wire I don't believe was ever coated. It looks like somebody's been in here and soldered it together. It looks a little bit sketchy, but it should work. I think that this is the problem. If I can just manage to get this through there. It's got a glob on it. There we go. I wonder if it'll allow me to get that through there right now. Anyway, let's try to get this out. Let's try to get this out and through. if my tape would have stopped dragging me down. This is why you don't put electrical tape on it. This is why you fix it the right way the first time. Even I make mistakes about this stuff. See, this wire's terrible. It's gone. I don't know if you can tell, if you can see that on that from that angle, but there's a bunch of frayed crap right there. Wires that aren't connected, wires that are frayed. It's bad, and I shouldn't be putting up with it or doing any of it. I shouldn't do it, so I'm replacing it because it's ridiculous and it's stupid on my part to leave it this way. So I'm gonna take the rest of these wires off. I'm gonna recoat them. I'm gonna install them. And I'm gonna get back to you guys. So see you when I finish that. All right, guys, we're back the next morning. I finished the wiring up. I don't know if you can tell, but I've redone some wires in here. I had to quit last night. My phone died, and it got pretty late. So let's get back into this. Let's go on ahead and reinstall this flywheel. Reinstall the flywheel, the pull cover, and the carburetor, which I cleaned before I put this away. Last time I touched it, because I thought the carburetor was the problem after the fire, but it was electrical. So anyway, let's get into it. Alright guys, so we got the pull cover back on and the flywheel back on. Now we just gotta put the carburetor back on. Yeah, we'll cut to me putting the carburetor back on. We'll see if I need to clean it again because it's off the engine, but it has sat a while. That's why I'm not gonna clean it, because I cleaned it and I took it off the engine, and then yeah, but it can still be full of gunk. You never know. Things been sitting outside, so yeah, we'll get that cleaned up. We'll get that put on there, and then maybe clean it back up, and see if this thing fires. I'm kind of excited to see what happens.
So unfortunately, guys, we did not get the engine to run. It faintly got some spark back. We might have a bad coil. I don't know yet. I replaced the wires. It didn't really make a difference. I think we have a bad coil probably, so we'll see if I can replace that. And depending on if I can replace that or not, that will depend on whether we have a part 2 or not. Hopefully I can, because I really like this engine. It has a lot of value to me. I really want to see it run. So, yeah. A little bit of a bummer, but I think we'll get through it. If need be, I'll try to put on a coil from a different engine and make it an electromagnetic. This is an electric coil. So, sorry about that, guys, but you can only work with what you got. So, anyway, we'll see you all in the next video. Hope this wasn't too much of a disappointment to you. And, peace.